Hello, my name is Washboardjim, the founder of the Sneaky Snake trading strategy, and I want to talk about a very profitable pattern right now. Very profitable. A lot of people don't recognize it, but I started using this pattern back during the Biden crisis we had back in 2022 when things were a whole lot worse. I mean, it was hard to even find toilet paper in the grocery stores, as long as, tampons. Yeah, things were real bad back then. So I've seen things a whole lot worse when I trade stocks. So we're going to talk about a pattern. And when things don't look too good, this is a great pattern to go to. It's always catch them on reversal, downtrends, and then on a good knife. It's called the expansion pattern. Megaphone, I refer it to as. But I'm the Sneaky Snake founder, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. This is what you call a megaphone pattern. If you can count to 3, you can learn to trade with me. If you can count to 4, you might make a little bit more, is my trading session. I mean, I make it so simple to where even the smartest people can't understand it. So that's called a megaphone. I usually, when I'm looking for patterns and I'm studying them on my grid, I like to Google in the pattern and then research it under Google. And I get all kinds of different diagrams on how to trade it. For example, this is a bullish megaphone, and this is a bearish megaphone. And they can reverse either way. It depends on market conditions. So we're coming to the end of the war. We're starting to knock some sense into them Iranians. And they don't want to be cut off, because what we've done is we've cut them off. So that's kind of a good sign that they're kind of giving in a little bit, and they want to bring peace to the nation, to the Arabs. So I'm bullish on that fact alone, that they want to give us their enriched uranium, which they probably can't find anyway. And you never can believe what's going on, so you just kind of take it in a second ear. And like I've said many of times, I've seen things a whole lot worse than they are today. It's hard, through all the opinions. I was talking to a lady this morning, and I tell her about the situation, about how people have really started showing their grit. And she says, it's all opinions. It's all opinions, she said. And that's what it is. It's just an opinion. You don't know for a fact. But I go on instinct. I've got that God-fearing instinct. So but I'm going to show you the megaphone on the trade that I called out this morning. And I'm scanning through charts. I'm just going back and through. I always go through the SPY and the SPX first thing to get some kind of feeling on how the market's turning. If it's a bearish market, if the charts are easy to read. And right out of the gate, I was saying they were easy to read. So we had a megaphone, bullish megaphone, where you had the flagpole and the expansion pattern going out. It was real easy to see, but I didn't see it until I pulled up the chart just like instantly. We were pulling back, and I wanted to see, so I zoomed out in the chart. And when I zoomed out, I noticed that we also had kind of a little fallen wedge right here coming down off that bottom of that megaphone. Zoom out, see, this is all I saw. Then when I zoomed out, I said, oh shit, we got some megaphone, man. I'm getting in this trade right now without even thinking twice. Because I'm bullish, for one. I'm in the now. I've got my chart pattern. And I'm checking out my moving averages. So this is on the 1 minute. We had a double bottom and we couldn't break the 9. Then when I noticed the chart, we were right here. I had like not even a minute, and we already touched down, and we started going up. And I didn't have but just a split second to take this trade, because I was very bullish on this pattern. Now, along with it being a megaphone and then bouncing off the bottom, this is what you call a wedge. A wedge is a bullish pattern. So I've got a fallen wedge, which I call out all the time. I've got the bottom of the pattern, and I've got a triple bottom, or I don't know if I got a triple bottom on this or not. Well, yeah, I got a triple bottom, 1, 2 bodies, 3 bodies, and we had a little wick touch down here. So if you count to 3, you can trade with me. The biggest possible time for a breakout is on the 3 and on the 4-digit number. If you go beyond that, you got to think we're going to consolidate. We might consolidate sideways or just kind of just lose it all and dip on down on that 5th touch. So you become more careful after the 3 and the 4, but it's the simplest way to trade. Nobody out there will tell you this. Nobody. I've traded with thousands of traders. I've been doing this for 22 years. Nobody has ever talked about the 1, 2, 3. So it's my patent. Don't be stealing it from me. So we have a pivot point in that megaphone. It was already established. We have resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, this didn't show up yet. So I jumped right into the trade, and it wasn't even 10 seconds, and that thing started to break out with an engulfing candle. And I took 3 white soldiers. Again, I'm talking about 3. If you can count to 3, you can trade with me. It's an automatic exit idea on that 3rd soldier. That's a leading indicator that we could have another breakout, but we're going to consolidate that 3rd soldier 49 out of 50 times. The odds are that great to sell that trade and buy the dip. So we bounced back and we hit the 9. I called it out again. I said, I was still in the trade. I just sold 2 contracts and I had 1 left. Boom. Then we had the 3 black crows with another bounce. So that's called the megaphone pattern, and the more confirmations you get on the trade, the better the trade is. And that's a fact, Jack. So I'm Washboard Jim with a sneaky snake trading strategy, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. Have a great day.